Hello there, this is Sean from Sean's Travels, and today I am taking a little walking tour of the Pembroke Waterfront Trail. Now north of us is the Laurentian campus, and you have to go through that campus to get to the north side of the park. But first I'm going to explore the marina down here and see if I can get some good pictures of the Ottawa River. So I will be back after this introduction. You can see here a kind of display about the different history of the area. So you can see our area here. Let's take a look. Goes all the way to North Bay, yes. Goes down Highway 17 past Deep River, Chalk River. There's Pembroke where we are. And then Arnprior, Ottawa. Now, of course, when I travel on the 15th, I'm going to turn south at Arnprior and go down along Highway 15. This is why I should have brought the digital camera. But anyway, you got good footage along the trail. And look, there's some kind of big sandbar out there. Now, I don't imagine that we can reach the sandbar, because it looks like you can only reach it by seagull. Here I am. I am at the lighthouse. And you can see how the breakwater is there. And there are some people at that hut. Now what I'm going to try to do, without dropping the phone in the water I hope, is pick my way along the rocks until I get to the lighthouse. Sure, you can't get in the lighthouse. Well, here's the breakwater here. I'm not going to film while I'm walking, don't want to risk anything, so I'm going to put this on pause and I'll pick it up probably at that bend. Be right back. You know, Ian Malcolm was right in Jurassic Park, the first one, when he said life finds a way. Look at this. There are flowers and seeds, plants growing all over this section of the rocks. Now you can see the sandbar there with seagulls. And there is the landscape of the Ottawa riverbank and all the various islands. Now you see, beyond the red buoy, B-U-O-Y, I think, or B-O-U-Y, there's a public beach right over there. You see that park way over there beyond the Laurentian campus? That's eventually where I'll be going. Probably by the trail too, because it's such a beautiful day, why not be outside? So I'll see you in a few minutes. Alright, so far so good. Here we are. I got to the bend. You can see the marina and the town landscape in the background. And the boardwalk I came here on. So I guess I'll pick this up. I want to know if that's a park. Let me zoom in for a minute so you can see what I see. Beyond the sandbar there is a beach. You can see it in the center of the frame now. I'm going to see if there's a little trail that goes that way before I go the other way. Call this a day at the park. Anyway, talk to you later. Here I am at the foot of the lighthouse. See if I can get around. You can see the water out here. Oh, look, look, look. The lighthouse must have been somewhat recently painted. You can see green paint flecks on the rocks here. Try to get across the rocks without dropping the phone or myself into the water. I'm not sure how much of that was recording. When I play it back on the computer, I'll find out, but as you can see, I am at the bottom of the lighthouse at the marina, the Pembroke Marina. Wow, look over there. You may not be able to see it on the screen, but I'm aiming right at it, so let's go out. There is a giant house wooden house. And that boat is just about to pass in front of it, so there's my reference point for the video. Of course, the video just went, oh, not blurry anymore. There it is, see? With the red roof. That's amazing. You think you're holding your hand steady at 1 times magnification, but when you get to 10 times magnification, you find out you're not. But at least this is a more zoomed in view of the entire landscape that you see from around the lighthouse. I'm going to zoom it down to 5 times view here. There we go. I'll try to turn around so you can see everything. There we go. Yes, I'm definitely going to bring my digital camera next time. It has a strap for my wrist, so I don't lose it. But you can see everything here, all the boats, all the cars, the breakwater, the hut, all the way back to where I came from, which is that hut. I think it's that hut right there with the green roof. So I'll see you when I get back on shore. Bye-bye. Okay, so here I am going back along the boardwalk, even though it's made of concrete. But its railings are made of board, so I guess that's close enough. Oh look, there's a little seagull on the rock, all by himself. No, I don't have any food. It's kind of nice, the trail. The trees give it some shade. You know, I probably should have brought the construction vehicle out on this because it's a smooth enough surface. And you know, you could have towed it so that it was looking back at everything I came from. Oh, look, I think I see a Canada goose sunning themselves at the sandbar. Let's see here. Now I'm in the shadow, I can see more clearly what I'm aiming at when I take the pictures and video. There you go. See, now you can see him or her. There's all the seagulls. And I believe there are more birds and geese out there in the water. Now I'm going to get closer to the water and see if there's any kind of... There is. Look. There you go. That's the bridge. I could probably walk along that bridge there and get to a trail that takes me over there. So that's what I'm going to try, and I'll be back once I'm on the bridge. See you then. I just realized something. I'm coming back this way on Friday because I'm going to visit the bank and get my money changed into American. With all the smooth pavement out here, I would probably bring along my rollerblades and try that. It'd take less time than walking, certainly, and it would probably be a better way of getting exercise and get scenery at the same time. Instead of dragging, I mean, you could drag the construct vehicle behind me while I'm rollerblading. The rope is long enough to allow that to happen. I'm just not sure how much it would see. And I'd be able to see stuff while I'm rollerblading, hopefully. So we'll see how that works. Talk to you later when I get to the bridge. Now that I'm in the shadow, it's a lot easier to see the screen. Yes, I'll make sure that I have the digital camera with me when I come back here on Friday. So I guess this is a trial run. You know, like when I first took the construct vehicle to the park and tested it on the slide, I had the tripod in place on the phone, and then I came back a couple days later and the phone was elastic to the phone carrier and it worked a lot better. So here we are at the river, and you can see the bridge from here. Picture. That's a good picture. So I will go back up the trail here and pick this up on the top of the bridge. Alright, so here I am on top of the bridge. Be careful not to drop the phone in the water. That wouldn't do anyone any good. Here's a picture. Here's a picture on the other side. That's the city of Pembroke. Alright, we're approaching the end of the bridge now. And maybe past that yellow gate there, we'll see a trail that leads down to the beaches. Or maybe that street up there that I just saw that car go by. Because I want to see if I can access those beaches or if they are just for residents of the area. Yep, I'm going to bring my rollerblades and the Construct's phone carrier for the paved section of the trail, and we'll just see how everything works. I mean, I won't be bringing the Construct's phone carrier on the trip to the Appalachian Mountains because the trails will be too rough. They probably won't be paved, and I don't want to risk anything happening to the phone. So it'll basically just be the tripod itself for that. Yeah, I try not to film people. You see enough videos on YouTube where people are upset about being filmed, so it's best not to. Those beaches are private for those condos. Okay, got it. So back we go to the paved part of our park, which lies in this direction. See you when I get there. Like trails in the woods, well, I just happened to see one. So we're going to go along the trail here and see if we can find our way to the riverbank without crossing into anyone's property along the way. I think I see where the trail comes out. Right here. Okay, here we go. See? So, we could go... That doesn't go anywhere. Looks like it goes this way. Yes, it's so much easier without the Construct's vehicle in here, and you don't have to carry the bag in it. With it in it, you just walk and you just film and follow the path. This way, this way. That way leads to the condos. This way should lead to the river. Oh, there's the clock again. 12:35. It was 11 o'clock when I came through here on my way to Walmart, and we've only seen a tiny part of the park so far. That's why I'm not going to film for too long. Each time I film, I'm going to cut it up into interesting sections. Well, we seem to have reached a dead end. Doesn't appear to be any further to go here. Seems to completely be blocked. So I'm going to go back up to the bridge and the paved part of the trail, and we'll pick this up on our way to the Laurentian University campus. I'll take a picture of the sign and make sure that's what it is. See you in a few minutes. A bit of video and some pictures of the orange flowers that are in here. I'll try and get on the opposite side of them, stand in the shadow, and see if you can get a better view. Oh, dear me. The white balance on the camera is washing everything out. It's fine in the shadows, though. There we are at the, I don't know, canvas tarp teepee. Some kind of fort, but it doesn't appear that there's any way to get in there. All right. Ooh, what does this say? What does that say? Okay, picture of that sign. Okay, here I am looking out between the railings of the bridge at the Canada geese swimming around in the river. You know, the more I look at this park, the boardwalk, the parking lot, the more I realize that this reminds me, on a much larger scale of course, of Couchiching Beach Park in Orillia, where Mom and I spent 3 years in the late 90s, the city of Orillia. And I've gone back, I've taken a few pictures. You'll probably see that in the February of 2016 video when I get around to posting it, though. If I didn't take many videos, it will be more like a picture slideshow with my narration. Of course, considering my first name is Sean, it'll be more like a narration. Let's just see what this van is. Maybe I can use my physical money and get some ice cream. We'll find out. Here we are. found another actual trail that leads to the waterfront again. We'll see what the view and angle look like from here. It's a lot better in the shade. I wish the trail went through the shade the whole time. Won't have to worry about that up in the Appalachian Mountains. I was looking at some websites today and the average elevation is 4,000 feet, which I guess is close to 1,500 meters. There's the lake shore there. River shore. It's big enough to be a lake, the Ottawa River, as far as its width, but it's actually a shore. There we go. A point, kind of. But at least it's shady, so that'll be less exhausting, less heat. Now this, of course, is something I could not do if I was on my rollerblades. So that's why today will be the day of off the paved trail traveling, and Friday will be mainly on the paved trail. And hopefully I don't get blocked so that I'm unable to proceed. A few bricks. Almost like the bricks at the Air Raiders landscape video. By the time I post this to YouTube, which I'll call Sean's Travels at Riverside Park, or just Riverside Park, you will have seen the Air Raiders landscape video. Assuming the internet at home cooperates, it's my intention to post that video Friday, July 30th. Ooh, July 29th, sorry. I always think of it being the 30th because it's payday. But whenever we get a paycheck that would have landed on the 30th, but the 30th is a weekend day, they always pay us the day before, so that no one misses a payment. Here we go. That's quite nice. Almost like some kind of old fence that might have once been there. So we'll just go around here and see if I can get back to the paved trail after taking a shady detour. But look over there. This is where I'm going to zoom in again. I'm going to zoom in again once I get to a place where I can set down the water bottle. Because there's something right over there, almost underneath that tall tower. Not sure what it is. There you go. Doesn't allow me to take a picture from here. Now it will. It appears I have indeed backed myself into a corner. Luckily, I can just retrace my steps and return the way I came. So I'm going to pick this up again once I'm on the paved trail. See you in a few minutes. Making my way back along the trail, managing not to get lost. I saw some remote control cars at Walmart today, including a bigger one with bigger tires, and I said to myself, so does that mean that I will have to adapt the Construct's phone carrier to be on top of the car? And then I said, wait a minute, the rope. I can tie the rope that's on the Construct's phone carrier to the RC car and then tow the carrier, and you'll get a first-person view of the car itself as well. That's something I'm going to do in the latter half of August when I get back from my trip, because the second half of the month always has lots of money for discretionary spending such as that, because first half of the month's the rent. So that's a good plan for a future video. In fact, that's going to be my first video that I film when I get back from my vacation. Anyway, pick this up on the paved trail. Before I pick it up too much, you can see where we came from. You zoom in here, you can see the lighthouse. See? I got all the way out to that lighthouse. Now I'm looking at it from the shore. Beautiful archway formed by the trees, or at least a half archway. And of course, I'll get footage about the return journey when I make it. Now, I always wondered when I started this channel barely 2 weeks ago, would I have time to edit together properly the videos and pictures, excuse me, from prior years. But I realized as long as I keep traveling close to home, I will have enough footage to buy myself that time. Even if especially if I start posting only once a week instead of several times. I'm just posting it every 2 days to Sean's Travels right now because the band videos are the most popular. And they don't need any editing because they're already good as they are. They just need to be retitled. Yeah, nice little cove in here. Not the cove in Ireland, of course. My mom would know all about that because she travels to Ireland. Now, it is theoretically possible that I am going to have to go all the way, zooming in now, bear with me, all the way to that area there with that white hut and that sandy beach. That might be the far end of Riverside Park. We'll find out in a few minutes. Probably a few tens of minutes, actually. Well, we'll see. That's the great thing about being off all this week and the next 2 weeks. Plenty of time to travel and get summer footage for Sean's Travels. And pictures of the flowers. And I'm sure when it's fall, I'll come through here again. Same thing in the winter. So this time I'm going to go outside more and explore everything close to home. I'm saving money for the, not only for the house, for the down payment, but because hopefully next summer, if I have 3 weeks off again, whether I deploy or not, I'll be back by the beginning of next July, if I deploy in the first half of the year. If I deploy in the second half, and I will be back right around Christmas time, but we'll see. Approaching another bridge and a sign. Another sign that doesn't make any mention of rollerblading, but I asked someone at the park and they said, oh, rollerblades should be fine. We've seen people with them before, so that's good for me. And here's the bridge. I'm taking pictures along the way so that I can break up this video into various sections, and each section will be let off, started with a bridge, a picture that forms the bridge to the next section. And that's ironic because this bridge literally does form a bridge or link to the next section of the park. This is not the only park I could visit. In fact, I'm probably today, going to go through, I believe it's called Laurentian Park. It is in Petawawa itself, off Laurentian Drive. Take a picture of this sign. Alright, so here we go along the little backwoods trail, I suppose. Backfield trail is more accurate. This is kind of what I used to see in the back area of Cold Lake itself. You can see we still will get to the park. You can see it in the distance, especially if I zoom in. Zoom into 10 times. It's the only way you'll be able to see. There. Zoom back down to 1 times view. That makes it the least blurry. And I'll just, I'll walk along here a bit and I'll catch up to you at the other end. Don't want to take up all the room on my phone before I get to Laurentian Park. Yeah. You can see the trail here. But I'll get back on the paved trail in a moment or two. Alright, here we are. The dirt trail, which had a brief field diversion, joins the paved trail again. It's a nice 2-laned paved trail, so there's no collisions between people. And I'll take the paved trail back. Be the fastest way. Alright, here we go. We are at the little gazebo, looking out over the water again. Zoom in a bit more so you can get a better view. And that's good. I'll come back when I've reached the next scenic section. And then we'll head home once I get to the end. You know what I decided? I will take the footage of this park going north today. I'll take the footage coming south on Friday when I'm rollerblading. But look at these beautiful pine trees. I remember when I got here 2 years ago, used those pine trees to hide from the heat. I mean, why didn't I think of coming out here anytime in the spring or even the winter when it wasn't so hot? Just don't understand. And of course, take pictures of another educational sign, the Champlain Sea. Yeah, it looks like it goes all the way along the 2 rivers. Look at that. Well, I mean, it once did. There's a close-up view of the pine tree, so let's go in there for a moment. Whenever I see pine trees like this, it reminds me of when I was deployed. But those pine trees reminded me of the pine trees near where I lived 30 years ago. It was this month. It was the summer of 1992, July, that I saw my friend Noah for, I guess it must have been 9 days. And of course, July 17th was his birthday. And Dad said, well, you were invited to his birthday. Well, besides his grandparents, I was the only one there at that time. He said, well, we better go to the Shalimar gas station, get him a gift. So I went there. I found a Hot Wheels. I bought it for him, took it off the shelf, turned around, and within a few seconds, there was Noah. So I had to surreptitiously hide the Hot Wheels subtly behind my back, hoping that he wouldn't notice. And he didn't. And that the store people wouldn't notice, so they wouldn't think I was stealing the thing. And then once we said goodbye and said, okay, we'll see you at 2 for your party, once he left the store, it was safe for Dad and I to go to the checkout and pay for it. Anyway, you can see the soccer field here and the bleachers so people can watch. Bleachers at both ends, that's good. Ah, 2 different fields, I see. And we're almost done with the pine trees and we're going to get to the beach soon. And you know what? I remember this park has its own food shack, which might actually be open because it's a much bigger park, this section. So if it's open, I'll be able to go and get some food because it's the middle of summer, it's a weekday. And oh, what do we have over here? Is this some kind of exercise equipment? I think it is.